Okay, my last video on my review on these triggers. So, again, 3 generation Roland triggers. These are the Tom triggers, single zone triggers. My last other series of me making these videos. Okay, so this is the RT3T Tom trigger. This is the RT10T Tom trigger. This is the RT30 H single head trigger. These are for the Toms, baby. Toms gotta have some triggers too, right? Why not? And by the way, forgot to mention, this is for my good friends over at 65 Drums, where everything is E-drum related. Nice people over there. So I did something a little different from the 2 previous videos with the kick and the snare triggers. I did something a little bit different from these triggers. Okay, I still ran them all through my modules in my TD4, my TD6, my TD7, my SPDSX, my TM2. But I didn't use the same kind of settings. Now, what I mean by that is because the SPDSX, the TM2, and the TD6, I believe, they recognize these 2 triggers. You can actually pull the names up on these 2 triggers. But on this one, you can just use other, which is on the TD6, the TD4, and also the TD7. See, but the SPDSX and the TM2 didn't recognize this trigger. But I use all kind of weird settings. I use a CY8 pad trigger on this. I used a KD9 setting on these 2. And I use all kind of weird little settings on all the modules just to see what happened. And when I use the right settings with the right names on the triggers, they still responded. Okay. The weird thing about this particular trigger is it's only rim mounted, so there's no pistons. As you can see, these 2 has pistons that rest on the head for direct response. But it's like rim only, but it still can hear the head when you hit it. You just have to kind of like hit it a little harder than normal. But like if you want to like do a ghost note on the tom or something, it won't really pick it up immediately, but it'll recognize it and it'll let you know it hears it, because you can hear it, but not really like ghost notey. It'll sound like, like you bumping into it, if that makes sense. But that's the only thing. But I heard a few bad comments about this trigger from another person that posted on YouTube about, he couldn't get to work on his tom, and he had to mount it to a cymbal stand to get it to work. Well, not me. I put it directly on my tom, a couple of my toms, and like I said, I just did a bunch of weird settings on the modules, and it picked it right up, no problem. So that's the only thing. Now these 2, can't say nothing bad about them. They wonderful. I had to adjust the piston a little bit less on this. I had to bring it back a little bit because it was kind of sound like it was distorting, and I thought I was tripping. Like, why is it doing that? But once I pulled that piston back a little bit, it responded. And this baby right here, she just does her thing, and she's just phenomenal. And all these triggers are phenomenal. I love them. And I'm gonna use all 3 of them. I have 3 kits, and I use all 3 of these triggers with my 3 kits. So these triggers are amazing. Like I said, whatever bad review you heard about this particular trigger, it's just because maybe you're not doing your settings right. Because there's certain ways, you have to fix the settings. You have to make sure that you don't no cross sticking. You got to turn that down. Your threshold, you got to adjust that. You please adjust your threshold. Please adjust your cross sticking. Please adjust anything, because if anything is not adjusted right, they will let you know. But that's the only thing. These triggers are amazing. I love them. So that's my final review on these triggers, these series. 1st generation, 2nd generation, 3rd generation. So go out and find you anyone. I found this on eBay for like $10. I found this on eBay. It was a little bit more because by its popularity. So I had to pay $20 for this. But it was worth it. This baby right here, I paid full price for this. I paid all $89 for this. I bought this brand new, But again, these triggers are worth the money, So that's my review. Comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know if you want to review anything else. Or if not me, just contact the wonderful guys over at 65 Drums, where everything is E-drum related, because they'll let you know anything you need to know about E-drum related. All right. All right.